What is going on? If you're a Newcastle fan right now, it's exciting times, and today what I'm going to be doing is going through each individual transfer, giving you my opinions on what's happening with them and just my thoughts in general, and also where Rafa Benitez is taking us. And oh my god, it is crazy. We have been spending, we've been taking everybody's talent, and our squad is looking awesome. So if you do enjoy and want to see sort of more videos on Newcastle, my supported team, make sure to drop a like. If you want to get in the comments and let me know your opinions on certain players, that'd be awesome. And if you are needing Ultimate Team coins, head over to FIFAUltimateTeamCoins.com. Links below in the description. Use the code Fuji, get yourself that discount. Or if you are wishing to purchase games, head over to G2A and also use that code Fuji. In Rafa, we trust. This is incredible. Ever since Rafa Benitez has joined Newcastle, he's brought stability to the side. We've been looking pretty damn sharp in pre-season, and the signings he has actually made in pretty much every single position. We still need to make a few signings in my opinion. We have depth where they could easily get into the starting 11, which is awesome. If any players are underperforming, he's going to have no problems whipping those out and replacing the ones that have the heart and desire to get into the team. And it's just it's going to be a long ass season, so with those players it's just going to help for rotation. So I'm very happy, and if you are a Newcastle fan, you've got something to be excited about. Also, with the signings that he's made, it allows him to be a little bit more flexible in the Championship, or in any league, but Championship very much so, because if you're using one tactic and one tactic only, you are going to get sussed out very quickly and demolished. And speaking about one tactic, I've heard that Fulham, who are our first fixture away from home in the Championship, they have been getting used to one tactic and trying to drill that out and just perform very well. So Rafa Benitez, he's not stupid, he's going to know, and I think we're going to get a win. Away from home, I'm actually going to predict 2-0 Newcastle. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think the Fulham score is going to be? But yeah, I think we're winning that. So let's talk about spending before we go and have a look at the new signings and I go through each and individual one. We have outgoings around 43 million, 43 to 45 million, which isn't too bad considering the likes of Cabela. He's now gone to Marseille on a permanent deal. We've got rid of Wijnaldum, Cisse, Tiote hasn't gone yet, but I can't see Rafa Benitez finding room for him. Sissoko has been linked with Real Madrid. What? Yeah, he's probably going to be going to Real Madrid. Crazy one. Don't know how he's managed that. And a few other players may be on their way out, so we'll have to wait and see. I know Tovan, I think he's going to be staying in the Championship for another season. I personally would like to see him be given another chance under Benitez. Who knows, he could completely reform in as a player. So yeah, it's again, we've got a lot of depth, which is fantastic. So moving on to the signings, and our most recent one is Monhamed Diame. And if you're wondering what are these team of the season cards, it's just my prediction on what's going to happen at the end of the league. Yeah, I'll get ahead of myself a little bit, but Monhamed Diame is a fantastic buy. We activated his release clause. Feel a bit bad for Hull City, but Diame still has the option to stay there, but he was like, nah, coming to Newcastle, and it's awesome. He can carry the ball, he's physical, he's pretty quick, and he's very strong. And with his finishing, he's got long shots, he can pick up goals, he can drop back. He is very much like a Sissoko-esque type of player, but in my opinion, he is so much better, and he's going to be deployed in that starting 11 team, in my opinion, just in that sort of cam centre mid role, and it's going to be awesome. Very nice signing, probably one of the most exciting ones that I'm looking forward to. And yeah, welcome to Newcastle, good player. Hayden is the next one, and at first I wasn't really too sure if he was going to be able to get into the starting 11, but after a few signings here and there, I for sure think he's going to be used as that sort of bench impact player, where if we're in games and we're maybe 1-0 up and we need to sort of shore up the defense, he's going to be brought on maybe like the 75th, 80th minute just to come on and secure the win. So for me, he's an out-and-out CDM, but he can also drop back into those centre-back positions if needed. I doubt it though, with the likes of Grant Hanley that was signed, Kieran Clark the other day. Like, we have a lot of defenders now, which is just fantastic. And you also have Anita that can drop back in the right back position. Again, depth. We have have so much depth, and as it is going to be a long season, it's awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Hayden can actually bring to a Newcastle. He scored a goal actually in pre-season, a lovely header if I remember rightly. So yeah, he looks like a decent player. He's got the height, he's physical, and yeah, he just looks like a good young talent. So talking about Grant Hanley, this guy is lacking a little bit of pace. So we're not up to the greatest of starts, but for a player that is able to read the game quite well, and overall he is a solid defender at championship level, so he is going to be used as backup. I can't see him starting. I think the actual partnership is going to be Lascelles and then Bemba, and if any injuries occur, hope to God they don't, but if they do, then I'm pretty sure that Grant Hanley will come in. I think he'll be ahead actually of Kieran Clark in my opinion. So Grant Hanley, he is great at championship level. If we get promoted, I can't see him starting. So this signing I wasn't really too sure about, and it is Kieran Clark. In my opinion, as a player, he's very inconsistent. Overall, as a defender as well, he's just not really that good, and I think it was a little bit of a weird one. Rafa Benitez might be looking past that though. He's definitely not going to be first team choice, but just say for example the going gets tough at Newcastle, we don't start off as well as we expected. If you have a look at the horrendous season Aston Villa had, he was the one to keep faith. He had great attitude, commitment to the side, whereas Lescott and a few others just weren't playing for the team at all. So maybe he sees the quality in Kieran Clark in that respect. So I trust Rafa Benitez. Like, some of the players that he's brought in for us, insane. So Kieran Clark, he could in fact be a good player, but definitely not starting 11 worthy. So another new signing, and we have Gomez. And at first I wasn't really too sure much about this player at all, but after doing a little bit of research, he can play right back and also left back. So I've actually set him as a left back for today's video because Diame is staying at the club. So could he actually, well, sit in that left back position? Will Diame sacrifice his spot? I don't know how Rafa Benitez is going to actually just fiddle about with it. Like, it's good for cover as well, just in case Diame gets injured. So it is a very, very good signing. He's not really that attacking, he's just very good defensively, so I don't see him trying to overlap that much. He's just been brought in to shore up our defense. Matt Ritchie, awesome signing. He is a player that his standard is probably lower half Premier League worthy, so having him in the Championship is fantastic for us, and he's proven he's a very, very good player. He's able to bring sort of, well, he's technically gifted on the ball. He's got a lovely cross. He has potential to score absolute bangers, and his delivery inside the box, like I said, it is awesome. So although he does lack a little bit of pace, he makes up for that, and he was playing quite well in pre-season, and the team itself is now starting to gel. We also had Diame. The only worry that I can see right now is because Diame isn't going, and he's a very attacking right back for us. So with the lack of pace from Ritchie covering Diame's flank, seems a little bit dodgy, but I'm sure Rafa Benitez will shore that up with a CDM that could look to cover. But I'm happy with Ritchie. Like, he's an awesome player, and it's fantastic to have him at Newcastle. Next signing, Matt Sells, and he received Player of the Year for Belgium, which is absolutely fantastic. My opinions on him in pre-season, he looked a little bit sort of sketchy. He was making a few decisions. He actually gave away a penalty as well, which wasn't that great, but I think he will develop at Newcastle and just become a very, very good player. But the situation is, we have Darlow, Elliott, Tim Krul, that from my understanding, he's still injured and he's not going to be sold yet, and he's actually been given number 1 because the actual shirt numbers have been released. So it's just a little bit of a weird one. Is Tim Krul, when he's back from injury, going to in fact start for us? But there's a lot of competition to get that first team choice position. So let me know your thoughts on that. Do you think Tim Krul is going to be sold on, or are we going to keep him? Finally, Newcastle have signed a pacey striker, Dwight Gale. The last time I remember us having a really fast striker, and that was Obafemi Martin back in like 2006, 2007. So yeah, it's been a very, very long time, and in this day and age, in this modern era, everyone has some pace in their side, and if you don't, you're going to struggle. And we have been lacking sort of that counter-attacking threat for a while. So yeah, Dwight Gale, fantastic signing. He's underrated in my opinion. He's been given the number 9 shirt, which is a little bit odd. I thought they would have actually given that to Mitrovic, but that's the last thing that he needs, for everyone to go on Twitter like, you don't deserve the number 9. What does that do to his confidence? Just leave it, let him have the number 9 shirt, and I think Dwight Gale is going to be a fantastic striker for us. He's been looking very, very good in pre-season as well. The whole team I'm excited about just watching, and I can't wait for the Fulham game. And like I said, my prediction is that we're going to win 2-0 because from what the Fulham manager has set out his team to do, it's just to focus on one tactic, and Rafa Benitez, he's going to suss that out. But let me know your opinions on the new signings if you are Newcastle United fans, or if you're followers of the Championship. How do you think your team is going to do? Are you excited to face Newcastle? I wouldn't if I was a fan of any other team. But yeah, I'm well excited, and I think that Rafa Benitez is taking Newcastle in the right direction. It's awesome. So if you have enjoyed, drop a like. I always like to hear your thoughts, and yeah, I'll be seeing you very soon with some more FIFA content, Ultimate Team in real life, and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Team out. Peace.